Oh. Oh. Oh dear. Is that even a thing? Look at this. Look. Oh. Oh, this isn't a good start. Gemma, this is not a good start. Oh my, that's definitely been used. It's like a tester. Ugh. Okay, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be absolutely fine. We're getting better. It's getting so much better than it started. In a bit of a mood today, I'm not gonna lie. I do not know what's wrong with me today, but buckle up because this may be a bit of a rocky ride. We're doing a full face of Avon today, and I didn't want to do this in the first place. So I feel like I'm a petulant child, just doing something I don't want to do, and I'm just not gonna like anything, and I'm at that stage in perimenopause where everything smells awful. So my sense of smell is really heightened, but not for nice things like flowers and chocolates and, you know, candles and things like that. No, it's BO and just horrible smelling things I can smell all the time. All the time. So yeah, I've tried to do something really sweet with my hair today because I woke up and my hair was greasy and I couldn't be bothered to go and wash it. I wonder why I can smell funky things. The whole point of this video is not for me to moan, although it's really helping and making me feel better, by the way. Full face of Avon. I have so much stuff. I went into Superdrug. I thought Avon was supposed to be a really affordable brand. It looked like it was an affordable brand while I was picking stuff up off the shelf, but I think I may have bought a little bit too much stuff because I bought quite a few things. I picked quite a few things up, not just Avon. It ended up coming to 320 odd quid, 320 odd pounds. I was gobsmacked. I think that is the most I've ever spent in Superdrug on what should be affordable things. I mean, imagine going into Primark and spending £150. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. What is going on? I was just blown up. I had to check the receipt. I'm waffling now. We'll get on with it. I'm really sorry. And now I've messed everything up because I picked it up and it was already in place with how I wanted to apply it from left to right. Breathe, Gemma. Breathe. Okay, let's start off with brows. I bought a few brow products. Avon Power Stay 72 hours long lasting brow tint. Why have I bought that? I don't know why I bought that. That is a brow tint. 72 hours for a brow tint's not that good, is it really? So we're going to give that one a miss. Brow Boost Volume. This is in the shade Light Brown. Ooh, I don't usually like these types of products. I can't see today either. My vision is slightly impaired. What is going on? Oh, this is why I don't like these sorts of products. Oh. This is not what I signed up for. Is that even a thing? Look at this. Look. Oh, I do have it on multiple conversations, transactions, that Avon is a great brand. And actually, it doesn't look too bad, does it? I just need to calm down, don't I? No, I just need to calm down. So let's try the Brow Sculpting Brow Pencil because that was really quick and easy to do and it's actually filled in all the gaps that I need to fill in. It's a little messy, but I suppose I can clean that up. Oh. Okay. Oh dear. Now, I'm pretty sure I've just taken the plastic off this. You need to zoom in. Can you see the little hairs on the end of this? Oh my, that's definitely been used. This has been used. It's like a tester. Ugh. Well, for starters, I don't like these sorts of products. I don't like the ones, I mean, it's blunt. It's got hairs on it. It looks like pork rind. Oh, this isn't a good start. Gemma, this is not a good start. Oh, what should we do? Should I, for the sake of filming and putting this on camera, should I try and clean this off and disinfect it? I've cleaned it. Oh, I actually feel quite sick, even considering using this on my brows. Yeah, no, oh gosh. Am I making a mountain out of a molehill today? Is this actually not as bad? It is a little dark. We're gonna run with it. Let's run with it. Gemma, stop it, because about 5 seconds ago it was all right, and now it's not, and I'm like properly all over the shop today. This doesn't look too dark. Does that look too dark to you? It dried down a lot darker than I was expecting anyway. Get on with it, Gemma. Just stop talking and get it applied. So I think you get this in and then you clean it up, which isn't my cup of tea, but when in Rome. I wish I was in Rome. Really wish I was in Rome. Okay, so next hurdle, I'm tidying these up and it's coming off so quickly. I am worried how this is gonna last throughout the day, but I've had a little drink. I'm all calm. This is not alcohol, by the way. Simple Coke Zero without caffeine, just to make my day even more miserable. Honestly, I could feel like crying today. This is not a good day. I just need to talk to you all, really. I need to stop doing makeup and just chat with you all. I've resorted to chocolate. These are from M&S, by the way. If you are gluten-free, M&S do a great range. This has gone sideways. Anyway, gluten-free chocolate crispy caramel mini bites. Crispy rice topped with rich caramel and chocolate. Full one. In the mouth. Let's wipe out some of this discoloration with a concealer. This is the Concealer 18-Hour Power Stay. All of the products are Avon, so I will stop saying that they are from Avon because it's quite frankly obvious by the thumbnail. So just going to get a little bit of this on my N16 brush. Nikki LaRose, BK Beauty. Let's whack this on the eyelid. I actually like this. Okay, mood elevated. Okay. This is a really nice consistency. It's very liquidy, quite watery. And as soon as it hits the warmth of the skin, it actually melts into the skin. Now, it's not the best coverage I've ever had. This is the shade Creamy Neutral 23N. Because it's so loose in consistency, and I'm sorry if you think about poo when I say loose. And if you didn't, you are now. But I really do like this. It's covering enough. Whether it will be enough for my under eyes, we'll just have to see, won't we? Because we're rolling today. We are just gonna go with it. Luckily, the one bit of saviour of my day today is I haven't seen my dad since last... Oh, did he come on Friday? I think he came on Friday. It feels like an age since I last saw him. I usually see him like 3-4 times a week. I'm very lucky. My dad is like best bud status. But I hardly saw him on Friday because we were both, he took B and Ella somewhere and I took Seth somewhere, and yeah, it was just a bit passing ships in the night. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him today. And he brings curry. He brings tea. The man prepares a meal, brings it over and reheats it at our house so I don't have to cook on a Tuesday. How lucky am I? So it's really spurring my day on. Not only do I get to speak to my dad and have a laugh with my dad, but I don't have to cook. So, under eyes, let's see. This is my sort of a concealer. Can you see how it is just melting into the skin? It's a little bit like skincare, and it doesn't look like it's got masses of coverage, but look at that. That is enough. Okay, impressed. I really like this. That's impressive. It's like this is drying down to more of a powdery finish, so we'll see if it's drying a little bit later on, but at the moment I am liking it. It's not exactly the correct shade for me to wear it with bare skin. It's slightly more on the yellow side, I'd say, but I can make it work with a full face of makeup. So I picked up 3 of the 16-hour Power Stay shadow sticks. I do make myself laugh because every single place that I go when I pick up shadow sticks, I tend to pick up the same shades regardless of brand. So I probably have about 20 similar shades in my cupboards over there, but never mind. So I'm going to go for this one first all over the lid. It's probably going to be a little bit dark, but there weren't a lot of brightening shades. So this one is the shade Bronze Sugar, and I'm just going to, just whack that on, really. Actually, this isn't too bad. It's not overly pigmented that it's frightening. I was expecting this to be a little bit more metallic than it is. I'm not sure what I think about this. Let's try and buff that out a little bit. Am I giving this a fair shot? Am I being just really unfair to these products today? Being in a mood already, trying out new things? Can you please put your experiences with Avon products in the comment section? Because I think I'm just in a mood. I think I just need to try and get myself out of it. See, that's perfectly nice, isn't it? It's perfectly nice. I think there are better out there for a similar price point, as in L'Oreal have some absolutely amazing shadow sticks, and they're just really cooling and calming and more metallic and has a slightly better shade range, my opinion. I do like this. And they're very, very easy to apply. This is the shade Smoky Olive, which obviously jumped off the shelf at me because anything with the word olive in it, I am there. It's my shade palette. It definitely is my shade palette. So I'm just gonna go slightly above the crease. See if we can be messy with these or whether they clamp down to the skin. Okay, let's try fingers, because that just won't do. Okay, so you do have to work. This isn't the product's fault, by the way. This is trying it for the first time. We have these sort of issues when we're trying things for the first time. We have to get to know the products, but you do have to work quite quickly with this, and fingertips, probably the best way of blending these out. They're a bit clumpy. When they're hitting the warmth of the skin, can you see that? Sort of balling up a bit on the end. They're not my favourites, and I'm really trying to give these a go. I'm trying not to be in a mood with these. They look very, very beautiful, but I am going to have to clear up the edges. I just find these a bit faffy. All right, I'm going to do the other side, and then I'm going to clean it up on the edges with the concealer that I've just used, which is starting to look a little bit dry. This is beautiful. The shades, the way that this is blended, the second I went on, no issues whatsoever. I think I just needed to get to grips with the product and stop being so nasty. I do like this. So it was a little bit of a disappointment that these weren't more metallic, more sparkly, but actually now the eye look is done, I'm actually thanking the product for not giving me more glitz, because this is more of an everyday look. Love the shade Smoky Olive. Really, really like the shade Bronze Sugar for an all over lid look. I am gonna go underneath my eye a little bit with Bronze Sugar. just on that lower lash line, and then I'm going to clean it up with the concealer and see where we go from there. If you had blue eyes or green eyes, this would be even prettier, I think, with the grey taupey tones. Just really make your eyes pop. I was going to move on to foundation, but then I realised I'd bought this gel eyeliner in the shade Going Green, and on the top it does not look like it's got a hint of coolness in there. It looks slightly more warm. I'm hoping it's more of an olivey shade. It's more cool toned, which makes me slightly unhappy, but we'll try it. This may be one for my mum rather than for me. I like the payoff. The payoff is good. It's really, really easy to apply. Definitely don't like the shade for me. It's more of a bluey green, not my cup of tea. Real shame. I prefer a goldy green. Really hate it. I really like the consistency of these gel liners. They do remind me of the Victoria Beckham liners, which I absolutely love. Not the shade, but the actual quality of the liner itself is very, very good. It's not patchy, it's not waxy, it's very, very silky smooth. The application, very, very pigmented. If you haven't tried these already, if you can get a shade that you really like, this isn't it for me. No, no, no. But I will go back in to Superdrug and see if there are any other shades that take my fancy, because yeah, this might not be it, but the quality of the liner is superb. I'm gonna bring you in on this concealer, which has gone a little bit patchy. Let's try again. We're going to try again. Let's get some more of the concealer. And we're going to clean up the edge of the eye look that I've just created and see if we can go in with a second pass. It may be my fault. It may be application technique that's at fault here. I don't want to say that this is just a bad concealer because I absolutely loved it on first application, but it's now been like 10 minutes. It's already gone patchy on me. Let's just see, when you first apply, it is a great shade. Really brightening, really nice, and then the stuff that's been on for a little bit longer, very orangey. So I don't know whether that's dry down, whether that's oxidizing. I think it's more dry down. Let's get some foundation on my face because that always makes me feel better without fail. By the way, I have the gel eyeliner on my hand, and I also have, these are the eye pigments as well. Nothing is coming off. So this eye look is going to stay in place all day and be absolutely bullet proof. So this one is the Serum foundation with a radiant finish. It's also got an SPF of 30 in here, which I think is quite impressive. I hope it's not got that gloopy thickness that some SPF 30 foundations have. I've got this in the shade 120N. I'm hoping it's going to be my shade. So when you dispense it onto the back of the hand, it's quite a thick formula, but it's liquidy enough to run down the back of your hand with time, with gravity. So I'm going to take my Refa 35 brush. The neutral shades are quite yellow, I'm finding. Let's see if this dries down orangey like the concealer, because the concealer is, yeah, it's just gone very orangey on the dry down. So that is my perfect shade, 120N, perfection on first application. Now, the SPF 30 in here is just an added bonus. Please don't use this as your usual everyday standalone SPF because it's not going to give you the protection in the quantity that I'm applying it to my skin. It's going on beautifully well. It's got a little bit of radiance to it, but it's not overly shiny. This is like a natural matte. It's not sparkly in finish. Now it is going slightly darker on the back of my hand, so the dry down is in process. So if you want to get colour match for this in your local Superdrug, I would put it on the back of your hand and then wait maybe 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes actually, because I've only been putting it on for 2 and it's already started the dry down. So yeah, put it on the back of your hand, wait 5 minutes, and whichever one matches your skin then, that's the one that I'd go for. So you can see it has covered discoloration. Look at the discoloration on my cheeks. I have that on both sides and it looks lovely. Really lovely. A very flattering finish. I would say that this is radiant, but it doesn't accentuate pores, fine lines, texture. So it definitely does deepen on the dry down. If you look at what I've just applied, and I've applied it very patchily so that you can see it on my forehead, and then look at this side, there is a dry down deepening in shade, but it is not anything to write home about. I definitely don't like the concealer. The concealer's gone very orange underneath my eyes and very, very dry looking. I have applied 2 layers of that though, because I was expecting it to look a little nicer than it actually does. So I'm just going to see if I can remove a little bit of that, and it is coming off on a tissue, so definitely not transfer resistant. I'm just tapping, and then I'm going to apply a little bit of the foundation underneath my eyes, because that seems to be a better shade for me. So let's get a bit of that and match it up a bit. Very, very pretty foundation. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Wow. And it's a really good shade match for me. So I haven't gone down my neck at all. It's not creeping into fine lines. It's not creeping into any crevices, any dryness, any pores. Happy with that. Really like that. That's lovely. Let's get some mascara on. Now, I'm not going to use the mascara that I absolutely raved about in the last video. This is the Ultra Volume Waterproof Mascara. In that video, I said that I think my mum is going to absolutely love this. I'm really hoping you checked the comment section, because I've worn this off and on for around about a week, and some days, perfection, can't fault it. Volumizing, lengthening, waterproof. Other days, this bled and smudged all over my upper lids, lower lids, just on my cheeks. It may be skincare, that's the problem, because this is waterproof, it's not oil proof, so we do need to bear that in mind. But yeah, not going to use that today because it's just temperamental for me. So I am going to use the Lash Genius Multitask and Multiply Mascara. I love this wand. The wand is right up my street. It clings to every single lash and coats them back to front. These are just stunning. Love, love, love the wand. I love the fact it's got little bristles on the ends as well, so you can get into those really hard to reach places, right in that inner corner if you want some mascara on those really diddy lashes, right in the center. I really like this. Talk about being on a roller coaster today. This is a roller coaster that I sort of don't want to get off, because you don't know what to expect. You don't know what's around the next corner. If this does not bleed and smudge on me throughout the day, I think I may have just found my next favourite mascara. This was effortless to apply. Lengthening, volumizing, coated every single lash, very quick to apply. Very impressed. Very, very impressed. I'm just going to smooth out concealer and things underneath my eyes. Not that it's not migrated, it's not creased, but I always just make sure everything's tapped in place before I go in with any sort of powder product. I haven't got a powder. They also, shock horror, did not have a blush for me. And so I don't have a blush from Avon to apply to my cheeks. They only had one blush to choose from in several shades, but they weren't my shade. They were either really deep berry bluey tones or really light pinky berry bluey tones. The one that I wanted, which was more of a peachy tone, slightly warmer in pigmentation, they didn't have. It wasn't in stock. So I'm going to go in with a bronzing powder. This is the Ultra Colour bronzing powder in the shade Sunkissed. They had, I think, 3 shades to choose from. One was incredibly warm, one was incredibly deep. I've gone for the one that looked the most neutral. I believe this is more of a cool tone shade. I think this is the lightest shade that they do. Don't quote me on that because it was a while ago and I can't remember. Let's just see how this is. Okay, it's not overly pigmented, which you can see as a positive and a negative. If you like a really pigmented bronzer, this isn't going to be for you. But if you're quite frightened of bronzers, this one isn't one to be frightened of, and you can easily build up the pigment as you've just seen. It blends out really beautifully. It's quite silky soft on my skin. It's giving me warmth, but it's also giving me a little bit of pinkiness, so it's not an orange bronzer at all. I like that. I really like that. I've applied too much because I got carried away, because I really like it. If you have a cool undertone, or if you have a really fair skin and you're wanting a bronzer that doesn't make you look like an Oompa Loompa, this may be it. This may be it. I think this is over the £10 mark, but only just. So still relatively affordable. And yeah, I like this because it's a natural matte. It's not giving me any glow. It's quite hard pressed within the pan. This feels luxurious on my skin. No, it's not luxurious packaging, it's cardboard, but who cares at the end of the day? I really like that. Really like that. Let's just get some on my nose to give me a little bit more. Oh, yes, Triumph. We're getting better. It's getting so much better than it started. So what's next? I need blush, so I'm gonna go off camera and put blush on. Give me 1 sec. Okay, cheeks are done. Little bit of powder underneath my eyes, and I've put a bit of lip liner on because I haven't picked up a lip liner, but I have 4 different lip products from Avon. So I've got one that is a matte liquid lip. I've also got one which is a shine lipstick that's supposed to be very hydrating, very nourishing, and then a couple of shades within their lip gloss collection. So I think first of all I'm going to go in half of my lip with the matte liquid lip because I don't have very much success with matte liquid lips. They tend to go a little chalky on me, very dry, and for somebody that has very dry lips already, it's not a great deal. Okay, that feels very nice on my lips. I don't think it's dried down yet. It's not dried down yet, so let's give it a little bit of time to dry down. I quite like the shade though. I thought it was going to be too light for me. People may think it's too light for me anyway. Please do have your say in the comments section. This is the shade Can't Quit Cafe. Can't Quit Cafe? Okay, now it's dried down. Doesn't feel drying. Feels a little bit chalky, and it is emphasizing a few of my lip lines. So I got a feeling this is going to be more drying as the day goes on. Yeah, you can see. I like the feel of this on my lips. I'm not a fan of the way that it looks at the moment. The more I rub my lips together, the more dry and patchy this looks. So it's not a new thing for me. This isn't a problem with the product. It's just my lips are very, very dry, and I like to add things to my lips that are going to hydrate. Now, it may be a little better with some gloss over the top, so just wait and see. So let's try some of the Hydromatic Shine Lipstick Hyaluronic Infuse. This is in the shade Peach, and it reminds me of the Ilamask lipsticks. They have that little bit of more a balmy center and more of a lipstick outer, so you get that sudden burst of balminess, but you get the pigmentation as well. So that feels really nice on my lips, but it does have a little bit of a shimmer to it, which is reminding me of the 1980s, early 1990s sort of vibe, and that's not really my go-to at the minute. It is very beautiful on my lips though. It feels very nourishing, very hydrating. Let's see if this has a dry down or whether this is going to stay tacky all day. I'm going to try one of the Peptide Serum lip glosses because I need to cover up the dry lininess of this matte lipstick. Not a bad matte lipstick. I can see it's not going to be a bad matte lipstick, but for me, matte lipsticks just aren't the thing for my lips. So if you are into a matte lipstick, I am definitely not saying this is not one to buy. Go and try it and see what you think. Oh, wow. A little too pale, that one, but I have a darker shade. The feeling of this is very, very nice. It tastes like a vanilla ice cream. So I'm going to be constantly licking my lips throughout the day. Let's see what this shade is. So the shade I've just applied, Fresh Glaze, and the one that I'm just about to apply over the top, because Fresh Glaze is a little bit too light and too grey, is Juicy Peach. That's more my thing. Really lovely. Same flavour, very vanilla-y. Oh, it just glides on. Very, very nice. That feels very expensive on my lips. I like the overall look. What has happened? What has happened? Everything just seems to have come together right at the last minute, and I do really like the overall look. I actually forgot to try this product, so we're going to put some on now. This is the Avon Prep and Set Spray. Please be a nice spray. Please don't spit at me. I mean, it's not a massively fine mist, but oh, it smells like a glue stick. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. Oh, I can feel this tightening a little bit on my skin. Oh! Hopefully that will make this makeup last, because my mood has changed somewhat from the beginning. I actually really like this look, but I think I may have overreacted somewhat. Oh, this is why I don't like these sorts of products. Is that even a thing? Look at this, look. Oh, it's got hairs on it. I wish I was in Rome. I really hate it. I'm actually quite surprised at how emotional this video has been. It's really taken it out of me. It really has. I'm really quite tired. But for me, there's only been 1 or 2 duds in this entire video, and considering my first reaction to a lot of the products, I think we're going strong. I think we really are going strong. So let me know, are you a big fan of Avon? Have you not tried Avon since the 80s when the catalogue used to come round and the Avon lady, Avon calling, Have you not tried them since then? Because they are well worth having a look at, especially now they're available in Superdrug. You have my favourites. The bronzer is definitely a go-to. The foundation, yes, 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 please. The lip gloss, oh yes. What else? Mascara, how can I forget the mascara? Thank you very much for sticking with me all the way to the end, even though I have been like a petulant child throughout this video. I really, really appreciate you. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give this video a share before you leave. Hope to see you all in the next video. I hope I've not turned all of you off. I've been like a 5-year-old. What's going on with me? Bye, everyone.